So in this tutorial we are going to create a flat packed wooden stool like this. It consists of three parts or three components. So if I just hide them here, you can see the top, a seat like that, one leg and another leg which intersect and slide into each other. So to do this, we open up a new design as always, choose the vertical plane, and we'll start by drawing one set of legs. So very simple, use the line tool, go up the height you want, you decide the height. This is a pretty tall stool I'm drawing at 650. A lot of stools are much smaller than this, depends what the use is, depends who's using it, whether it's for children or adults or in schools. Yeah? So again, the use of your chair will determine the sizes of it, yeah? Because that will determine who is using the chair. So again, you should have done the research and should have worked out by now who it's for and the sizes which are appropriate for that person. So 650 long, 85 angle from the horizontal. So you got your first line. Then draw a straight line across, make it 300. Go and draw a line down, the same as on the other side, bring it down to the bottom. Choose the angle to be the same, 85. You make sure the line you've drawn is to the baseline here, so it's the same length, 650. I'm going to contour, so I'm going to use the offset tool. Offset, click these three lines, and I'm going to choose 80. Right, so this will be here to here, here to here is 80 to keep it consistent. Click OK. I'm going to finish off from here across to here. Obviously you've got these little lines overlapping from the offset. So it's offsetting from here at an angle. So use the trim tool. Get rid of some of these little extra lines you no longer need. So you have that as the shape. Alright. I'm now also going to add a rectangle to the top which is straight. This is for the seat to slot down into. So let's make it 40 mil high, and the length has to be the same at 300. Use the trim tool, delete that. I now need to create the slot. If you look back at the object just here, if I hide this, it's got a slot coming down. Okay, so this is halfway between here and here. So if I was to draw the line back here, this distance is halfway between that line and that line. So that when the two parts slot together, they meet at the right place. So this layer is level with that layer. A bit hard to understand that if you haven't really looked at flat packed furniture before, but you should have at this stage if you're designing a flat packed piece of furniture. So I'm going to draw a line, I'm going to find the middle, remember, a little triangle appears in the middle, always look for that, draw a straight line down. I'm going to use the offset tool, click this line. I'm going to make this out of 18 mil plywood, so I'm going to go -9, and I'm going to create another line, so offset again, this time 9mm, that side. So this is perfectly in the center. So you draw the middle line first, then you offset both sides to get this exactly in the middle. I then want to use the offset tool again. I'm going to go to here and I'm going to offset a distance of 40 mil up, so -40 in this case, because I know the distance from here to here was 80, so I want half that distance. Then trim the bits and pieces away which you no longer want. So for this one, we'll trim the bottom one first of all. Trim that and trim that. So we've got that shape. That's the first leg done. So let's finish that sketch. And let's go to extrude. And extrude it to 18 mil, as we said. A lot of flat packed furniture is made from 18 mil because it's the standard size for a lot of materials. Okay. Some can be thicker. Again, you decide whether you want this to be thicker or not. But it's thicker, obviously determines the sizes of the slots and so on. So you need to think carefully about what you do. That's one piece. I'm going to create the second piece now. I'm not going to open up a new design, I'm going to create it all in one design this time. So what I'm going to do as well, because the sketch of the other set of legs is pretty much identical except for this bit, I can copy and paste the original sketch. So over here, sketches, let's go back into the original sketch and edit it. And all I want to do is select it. So left click and drag around it to select all the lines. And using the keyboard, Command C, just Command C. Yeah, we're just copying it at this stage. You're not pasting it yet. Just Command C. Yep, so you're copying that those lines. Finish the sketch. Make a new sketch. Yeah, and the same. And now you paste it. So Command V. Obviously this is on a Mac, so Command C, Command V. You'll see it appear at the top, or it'll appear somewhere. You've got these sort of controls. Don't push and pull on any of these. Just go to the middle, that large square, left click and drag it away so it doesn't change proportions. If I pull on this, it will change proportions. So move it away, click OK. So before I do anything here, what I want to do is draw lines down from here to here, because I need to make the changes to this side, from here to here. And I want to draw a line from there to there. Then use the trim tool. And I want to delete that, that, and that. So that is now the opposite of this. Okay, so this should slide down into that and meet perfectly. So finish that sketch. Click again on extrude. Just turn around so I can see what I'm doing. 18mm. And make a new body. So you've now got two parts, but I can't move them. What I have to do now is click on the bodies. So you've got two bodies. You create that one, then you create this one, and right click on both of them and create component from body. So you now have two components instead of two bodies. The reason I'm doing this is because now I can move them, and I can move them in relationship to each other. Again, there's so many ways of doing this, but this is just a useful way, again, of developing new skills in the software, of creating objects like this. So to join them, I'm going to go to Assembly, Joint, Capture Position. Let's just roll in here. So I need to go underneath here, I need to zoom in. So I'm going to select that little circle that appears. You see that? Make sure that's in the middle. Then go here. And the same. You'll see it's moving. Roll back out. Okay. So stop there. They're now overlapping, so you can't see it. It is still 2. If I click and drag on this control, I can set it to an angle. So obviously that needs to be at 90 degrees to that one. And that is it. That's the two legs joined together as it would be in a flat packed piece of furniture. Now I'm going to make the seat, which is easy. So let's select the top surface, so it turns round. What I would do first of all, you're going to need these lines, okay, to make the slot in the chair which these move up into. So what I would do is, there's several ways you can do it. You can usually just find the edges, easily like that. Okay. Just be careful of that, so that doesn't quite find the edge, the right place. You need to find the right place. No, that one's not snapping to the right place for some reason. This is often the problem. Sometimes you find it's not quite. So what we need to do there is go to project. So if I just go back and we'll project all these edges. So if I just Command Z and go back before I drew that rectangle, what I can do down here is just project these edges onto this new sketch I've created. So click that edge, click that edge, that edge, that edge. And so on. So I click OK. You can now see I've got these sketches on top. I now want to draw a circle for the shape. Again, you can change the shape if you want to, but I need to find the center of these. So what I need to do is just draw a diagonal from there to there. Let's just click on these construction line. Then, using the circle tool, go back to the center of this. Make sure you're in the center, I believe I am. Draw out and make it about, I don't know, you can decide, let's make it 350. Again, the size of that would be determined by the width of people. Yeah, what's the comfortable size for a top of a chair, a circular shape like this. Yeah, how big does that have to be? Again, do the research. If you haven't done it already, work out what the size of this should be. I'm not sure 350 is correct. And I believe that's right. So finish the sketch. Now we shall again extrude it. I'm going to click on this bit. Right, so as long as you've drawn, as long as you've projected those edges correctly, you should simply be able just to select this bit around the edge of this cross. I'm going to put it down 40, and I'm going to make straight to a new component this time. And click OK. And that is it. You've now got a stool. Let's just put it away. As you can see, it's not quite, it doesn't, these ones are joined together. That one's not joined together because I haven't assembled them. So I'm going to go to assembly joint, capture position, and I just need to think about what edge needs to be joined to which part here. Alright, so I think, let's see, if I join, zoom in here, go to this point. Remember, that disc is on that surface, which goes up inside. And then let's try it down here. Let's match that to that, see what happens. It spins, but it does stop in the right place. Okay, and that is it. Hopefully that will be assembled correctly for you. May need a bit of playing around with the assembly tool to get it correct, but that should work. So then click OK, and you've got your stool. And now when you move one part, all three parts move together. You can visualize each part. This is useful when you have things or different parts and different components, because you can make working drawings of each part simply by making one part disappear and so on. And it's easier to add colour. So let's click on A, open up the Appearance tab again. I'm in the wood already, so find the woods. Again, you can choose, just click and drag. You can even put different ones if you wanted to. Try bamboo. They all look pretty similar. Okay. So again, you can decide what to use for your legs. You can do the base a different colour. It could be like some sort of coated, painted. So it could be even a plastic. Even let's see if there's a texture. What's that going to look like? Can't really see any texture. It gives you the idea of what you can do. Again, that's a pretty tall stool. Doesn't look quite the correct proportions. You need to have done the research. You need to have decided how high does it need to be from here to here and here. How wide does the stool need to be? Is the base wide enough to be secure enough? These are all the things you should have researched and designed in your folder before starting this. If you haven't, go back, check sizes, make sure you're drawing the different parts correctly in the first place. Thank you. Moving on to the next tutorial.